Who could have guessed that lifting before an ultra was going to hurt this much?
Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and it's an exciting one as today is Saturday the 11th of December at 8:48. We are a little bit behind schedule, but that is due to a number of reasons. But the reason I'm showing you the date is because the internet sometimes likes proof of certain things, and today I am going to attempt a 600 kilo total into a sub 6 hour 60k in the same day. So for those that might not be aware, I'm Fergus Crawley. I kind of call myself a hybrid athlete in general terms, but previously I have managed a sub 5-minute mile the same day as a 500-pound squat in July of 2020. Exactly 1 year to the day from then, I played on the same premise. I managed a 1,200-pound powerlifting total into a sub 12-hour Ironman distance triathlon, and today, on the 11th of December, we are going for the last piece of the puzzle that I can think of that is neat and tidy on the same premise. 600 kilo total, same day as a sub 6 hour 60k. So top end strength and ultra endurance running. Let's see what happens. We are here at Lift Gyms in Edinburgh, where I get most of my training done outside of the home gym, and I've been here since the start. Andy, the owner, is a really good friend of mine and has been really hospitable, so I'm excited to be getting it done here. But as we were a little bit behind schedule, only things to ask before we head inside and get cracking is, if you do enjoy the video at any stage, do drop a like, do subscribe down below, and drop a comment with your thoughts, feelings and considerations for next time. So without any further ado, I'm going to get warmed up, get under a barbell and get on with my squat. Just a long way to run now. Alright, job done. 10:32, so that was boxed off in basically an hour and a half, which is pretty speedy, but we were a little bit behind time. That felt pretty good across the board. Squat felt a bit more ropey than it should have done. The clip was actually a bit loose, which meant that at the bottom the plate slid a little bit, so I didn't feel all that strong at the bottom position, but job done. RPE 8.5, 9-ish. Bench was RPE 8, solid, and then deadlift felt like a pretty empty bar, to be honest. I was really pleased with how that all went in such a short period of time. So hope you enjoyed the montage. Didn't speak in between takes because I didn't want to get in the way of people's Saturday morning training with the music on. Quite a busy gym, about 40-50 people in, so I didn't want to be the guy being like, excuse me, can you turn off the music so I can have some non-licensed songs, please? But that is that. So 10:33, I couldn't find my head torch this morning, which means we've got to go to Decathlon to grab one for myself and Campbell behind the camera before we meet Craig, who's going to be sort of pacing and supporting me and just in my ear, sticking to the brief that I've given him. I'll run you through that at the canal. So we need to go and grab a head torch. I'm going to get changed, and then we will see you at the canal. Alright, and we are back at the canal. Those of you that haven't seen my previous videos will know that I've been using this as my stomping ground to prepare for this in the shadows without telling anyone what I'm doing, out of fear of the pressure of not managing. But nonetheless, we are feeling good, we are feeling solid. Everything moved well today, as I've already said, and we are a little bit late. I was planning on starting at midday, still the 11th of December for you guys out there that like to just be bitter and miserable, but it is 12:05, so what I'm going to do is ramble a little bit until it's 12:06, so that the snakes amongst you that know how to manipulate data to make it look like your moving time is your elapsed time, this is a way of sort of foolproofing that one. So I'm going to start at 12:06, and then that means that 6 hours from then I have until 6:06 to be back here having done 60k, and then you'll know that I can't manipulate any of the data, etc. I'll also put the Strava file up with the elapsed time, and that should be us. But GPS is loaded, heart rate is loaded. I've got Craig with me to pace. He is quite experienced at taking me through stuff like this, actually. So brief is hold on to 5:30s for as long as we can, bank as much time as we can, and then any wiggle room will be there to play with, basically. But now I'm just kind of arbitrarily talking, waiting for this to turn to 06 so that we can get moving. But oh, there we go. Goodbye. In fact, can you take this as well, please, Campbell? Cheers. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye. Okay, so first 10k up, feeling quite solid. Things to note from the lifting: so right calf feels a little bit tight and stretched, and hips feel like they're a little bit worn before they normally would, but that's hardly shocking, let's be honest. So pace is basically bang on, 5:30, just below, moving well, and just settling into it really. The rain is due to be like this for the next 3 or 4 hours, but it's light enough to not really be too much of a problem. So I'm hoping as long as we don't get wet, then it won't be too cold. I've got all the layers I need, but it's about 4 degrees air temperature. Feels like about the same. We've just come out of a bit of a headwind, so less than ideal for the first 10k, but it is what it is. I will see you at 20 kilometers. Alright, so 20k up in 1:49.15, feeling remarkably solid, you know, actually.
Right calf still giving me a bit of grief. Knees definitely know that they've done some lifting, and hips are struggling, but nothing that I don't think I'm going to be able to push through. So I'm having a gel on the hour every hour, and then I've got the rest of my carbs in my electrolyte pouch here, and I've got water in here to wash that all down with. So all quite calculated. Basically just going to hold 5:30s for as long as I can, and then see where we end up basically. So we'll see you at 30 kilometers. Okay, so just coming up to 30k, where we're just going to literally turn around and head back the way we came. 30 meters to go. Feeling decent. Fatigue starting to set in. Early onsets of cramps, but I think that's down to the lifting more than it is salt balance. So there we are, 30k, and back we go. See you at 40, and then we'll probably reconnect again at a marathon, just because, you know, nice round conventional waypoint for us all to reference on. See you soon. $40k in 3:43:47. Not gonna lie, this is tough now. Bit of a low mood, so I'm just gonna keep cracking on, keep my head down, keep to my pacing, and get this done. But cramps are starting to intensify. Everything that was hurting before from the lifting is definitely intensifying, so I'll catch up with you at 50k. Marathon in 3:56:53. Now.
Don't mess this up now. You've covered 42k. Crack on, crack on.
Alright, so 50k up in 4:49:08. I'm going to walk for a k to get my head back switched on because I'm struggling a bit. Lifting's hurt me for sure, but I'm still moving. Cramps starting to set in, so 1k to get my head switched on. I'm going to 9k send it back in. So no more from me until the finish line. I will see you there.
Just one foot in front of the other. Recognise this bridge, not long to go now. No point in getting all that lifting done if you ruin this now. This is shit. Oh, whole lower body is just cramped all at once. Fergus, you dickhead, don't ruin this now. I've done so much more than this before, and it never hurt this much. Wish it wasn't so dark. This head torch is shit. Why does this feel so bad? This is up to you now, mate. This is all in your head. Just keep on going. Keep on going. Head down, get it done. It'll all be over soon.
Yeah? Oh, there we go. And 5:56:52. Yes, yes. Just for reference, 18:03. 3 minutes to spare. Oh my god. Oh. Right, I tell you what, I really had to dig deep there. Cramps intensified so much at the 45k mark. My head was just out of the game at points, and the pain was just unbearable. I just couldn't be bothered. I've done too many miles on that canal to just have any desire to keep cracking at it, but there we go. There we go, that is... Oh,
That is a 600 kilo total, 220 squat, 140 bench and 240 deadlift, straight into a sub 6 hour 60k in the same day, to add to the previous accolades of £500 squat and sub 5 minute mile on the same day, £1,200 powerlifting total and sub 12 Ironman distance triathlon in the same day. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was an honest insight into sort of what goes on there. The last time I tried ultra endurance stuff after heavy lifting, I got similar cramps. There's definitely some physiological stuff going on there. I'd love to have Moxie readers on me and stuff, but treat it as a bit of an experiment, but alas, not this time. So yeah, I'm very pleased. I'm a little bit delirious. I definitely need some glycogen. I definitely neglected some fluids towards the end there, but I do hope you enjoyed this. And if you have, please do remember to like the video, make sure you subscribed and comment down below, please.
And thank you. So I'm going to pick up from Fergus of the past as Fergus of the future, because due to the aforementioned lack of glycogen and energy, I just went on a long, incoherent ramble that did not add much for your viewing pleasure. So I'm going to take things over and pick up the final details, starting with data on the screen for you here and elapsed time data for you here. So the miserable folk online that I've already mentioned once or twice can keep their mouths well and truly shut. But I think that's pretty much it, really. Question I always get with this sort of thing is, how much do I weigh and how tall am I? I'm 182 centimeters tall and I weighed 93.3 kilos the morning of this day, so Saturday the 11th. I weighed at 93.3, and yeah, I've covered a pretty detailed summary sort of throughout the commentary with that little ramble at the end on the bench. But I think the main summary is, it was a difficult day, but it was, upon reflection, kind of fun. I'm recording this a few days after the event. Recovery's been okay. First 2 days were right off. Wednesday I did a bench press session, Thursday I went for a steady run, and annoyingly my recovery was massively hindered by the fact that I had pretty aggressive food poisoning on the Monday night following the weekend. So that is not how you recover, ladies and gentlemen, but we are here, we are moving forward, and I am very, very pleased with how everything has gone. So once again, massive thank you for watching. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe, and if you do have any questions that I haven't covered off around the experience, the event, the training, etc., just comment them down below and I will do my best to get to them. Other than that, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time.